My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. And today I am coming to you with another daily reading vlog. Today is Saturday. Happy Saturday, everybody. It's the 5th of April and it's a bit later in the day. It's about 11:30 in the morning. Later start to today. I slept in just a little bit. No, I didn't really sleep in this morning. I just had one of those lazy mornings where I kind of was slower at everything. Not like I was in a big rush, but you know what I mean. It's Saturday. So yeah, had my breakfast and I went to Tim Hortons for Garrett, and I'm still sipping on my coffee this morning in my gigantically amazing Peeps mug that I love. It's like my favorite mug ever. And I've been doing some reading, which has been great. And I finished a book this morning too. Yay! So yeah, not much on the docket for today, to my understanding. I know we need to go and pick up some groceries a little bit later, but I think that's really about it. Yeah, so let's get into what I'm reading, or what I've read. So first of all, I will talk about what I finished. So I did finish reading Best Friends by Francine Pascal, the first book in the Sweet Valley Twins series. This is the middle grade series, in case those of you who are not familiar. So Sweet Valley High, like Sweet Valley itself was like a marketing genius, but from Francine Pascal. Like, the series started with Sweet Valley High. And then they had the Sweet Valley Twins series, which is when they're in middle school. They're 12 years old. There was the Sweet Valley Kids series where they were in like elementary school. There was Sweet Valley University where they were in university. Then they also had Sweet Valley Junior High and Sweet Valley Senior Year, which were two series that didn't last very long. They ran about 30 books each. They weren't as popular. They came out after this series and the Sweet Valley High series. Plus there was all kinds of like other spin-offs. Like for this one, there was the Unicorn Club and, you know, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I mean, like there were board games. There were much like the Babysitters Club. Like it was insane. So like the world of Sweet Valley is crazy. But it was funny as I was making my list of these books, to add to my sheet. The similarities between this and the Babysitters Club, like a lot of the titles, a lot of like the premises of some of the stories, you could see how they were like kind of building off of each other, like which came first. Like there's one book in this series where Elizabeth goes into the 7th grade. And in the Babysitters Club series, because the Babysitters Club are actually older than the Sweet Valley Twins, Claudia goes back down to the 7th grade. So that whole switching a grade thing, you know. But I found that the Sweet Valley Twins books tended to be a little bit more fantastical, if you will. Like there's a number of them where like, I think it's around book 100 where they build up to book 100 where it's like there's like some evil entity after them, where you'd never see that. The Babysitters Club was much more grounded in reality. As much as it could be. Whereas these ones tended to be a little bit more fantastical. Same with the Sweet Valley High portion of it, right? So I gave this one 5 stars just because it's the first in the series. It's iconic. You know, basically the plot of this one is that Elizabeth and Jessica have always dressed alike. They've always shared a room. You know, they've done everything together. They're identical twins. And now all of a sudden they're starting to notice that they want to do things separately. But they're trying to hold on to, especially Elizabeth is really trying to hold on to being Jessica's twin, and like, you know, like that's kind of her identity. So it's a really nice book about growing up and finding out who you are and stuff like that. Jessica being Jessica in this one, as usual. Like, you know, a book does not go by in the Sweet Valley universe where Jessica does not hatch some sort of scheme. In this one, she pretends to be Elizabeth and hijinks ensue, kind of an idea. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. 5 stars. I'm liking my read through this series, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. One more of my nostalgia books done. So, what else am I currently reading? So I am currently also reading Casing the Copycat by Nicole Helm. I think it's the 5th book in the Covert Cowboys series. I have not read any more of this today, but this one is about a serial killer. So I am enjoying it. I read a chapter this morning of A Colorado Claim by Joanne Rock, which is the 3rd and final book in the Return to Catamount trilogy from the Harlequin Desire line. And this one is a second chance romance. They were formerly married and divorced, obviously. And she is a children's therapist and he is a former pro hockey player. And they are back together in the same small town again, and sparks are flying, and there's a whole lot of other stuff going on. I'll talk about it all when I do finish the book. But I am enjoying it. I'm about 40-ish% of the way through that one. And lastly, I am now about 60% of the way through Charms and Chocolate Chips by Bailey Cates. This is the third book in the Magical Bake Shop Mystery Series. I'm listening to this one on audio. I've gotten a good amount of this listened to on audio so far today. I listened to some while I was making and having my breakfast, and then when I went to Tim Hortons, when I took my drive over there, and then when I came back, I was doing a little bit of knitting on one of my little mini socks and finishing off a chapter. So yeah. I don't think I'll get it done today, but I'll probably get it done tomorrow. This one, like I said, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. In this one, Katie Lightfoot, our main character, this is much more a paranormal cozy mystery, if you will. A lot of witchy and fantastical magical elements in this one, if you couldn't tell from the Magical Bake Shop title. And she is a light witch, and she is been volunteering her time at something called Georgia Wild, which is like a preservation group, like a not-for-profit, excuse me. And the leader of this group has been found dead, and now Katie is trying to find out who killed her, is basically the premise of this story. It involves witches and druids, and it's a lot of fun. If you're not someone who's into the magical paranormal element, this is not for you. But if you like that kind of thing, you might really, this is a really fun series, to be honest. I read up to this point a few years ago, and then I kind of stopped reading the series, but now I'm getting back to it. Now I'm going to continue on past book 3. And when I did my reread, I was like kind of taken aback at first because it's been a while since I'd read a paranormal cozy, and now that I'm back into it again, I'm appreciating the world for what it is. And, that it's not reality. This is magical and fantastical and blah, 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 blah. So yeah. So anyway, that is what I'm reading. That is my review. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi friends, it is just before 7 o'clock at night, and I am coming to you with the final clip of the vlog. So, not much went on today. I did start the vlog later than normal. We didn't do much today. We didn't go grocery shopping or anything like that. We did go out for a little bit. We just got back not long ago. We went out to the dollar store and picked up a couple snacks for tonight. Bag of chips, some chocolate, the usual. And then we stopped and got a pizza for dinner, a walk-in special pizza. It's like so cheap, like $10 for like a medium one topping. Love it. And so I just ate, and I'm listening to a little bit more of Charms and Chocolate Chips. Is that what it's called? Charms and Chocolate Chips by Bailey Cates, the third in the Magical Bakery Mystery. I'm almost 70% of the way through it, so I will not finish it today, but I will definitely get it done tomorrow for sure, because tomorrow there are sprints over on, I think there's sprints tomorrow, over on Tiffany's channel over the Beach Bum Bookworm. So I'm looking forward to that. I am now about 60% of the way through A Colorado Claim by Joanne Rock, and I'm about 40% of the way through Casing the Copycat by Nicole Helm. So I've done some decent reading today, and like I said, I finished a book today too. So that is my 3rd book of the month, and I think my 61st book of the year. So yay on that one. But yeah, so I am doing some knitting. I'm working on the 2nd sock, but I did finish one, so I thought I'd show you guys, because this is hands down like my very favorite yarn ever. Look at how cute this yarn is. Now, I don't think you can tell in the camera, but it actually, there, maybe you can see it there. It does sparkle. It's got some sparkle to it. So I have enough. I'm finishing the 2nd sock. I'm actually on the heel of the 2nd sock, and I will be doing one for me as well. So yay on this. But I have a full-size pair of these for myself, and I love them. So I just thought I'd show you guys that one. So this will make 3 pairs for the craft sale. So yay. So my goal is 25 pairs by October. I definitely think I'm going to be able to get that done. So yay on that. Some of them may be duplicates for some of the colors that, because I have some balls of yarn that are quite I can get a lot of pairs out of those. So I'll be doing a lot of duplicates in some cases, but some will be one-offs as well. So yay. Anyway, guys, that's it. Sorry, this was kind of a boring vlog today. Not much else to share with you. No cat content right now. There's no cats here. They're all in the basement because Garrett's home. So on the weekends, they don't come near me. They go near my husband. But yeah, anyway, guys, that is all that I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care and happy reading. Bye, everybody.